All right, real estate fans, welcome back. Get ready, because today we're diving into a strategy, kind of like finding that hidden gem,
Yeah.
the one nobody else even noticed, but could be worth a fortune. We're talking about the covered land play.
And trust me, this isn't your typical flip it and forget it real estate move. This is about the long game, but it could have you seeing green way sooner than you think.
Okay, now you've got me intrigued.
Hmm.
So before we get ahead of ourselves, what exactly a covered land play? We're tapping into the mind of Michael Linton for this one. He's a real estate broker, A&D investor, killing it in Illinois and Florida. Literally wrote the book on this strategy, Unveiling the Secrets of the Covered Land Play Strategy in Real Estate Investing.
Exactly. And Linton's out there doing it, not just talking about it, which is what makes his perspective so valuable. Basically, the covered land play is finding a property already making you money, like rentals or an existing business. You hold on to that and plan for a much bigger, way more profitable redevelopment later on.
Hold on, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down here. It's like having your cake and eating it too. You've got steady income coming in, covering your costs, but you're also setting the stage for something way bigger down the road.
You got it. And that's the genius of it. Not just buy low, sell high, but creating layers of profit all within one investment.
Now that is fascinating. So walk me through this. How does this covered land play thing actually work in practice? Hit me with the nitty-gritty.
Okay, so imagine this. You buy a property, let's say a multifamily building in a neighborhood that's on the up and up. This building's already got decent rental income coming in, enough for your mortgage, taxes, maybe even some repairs.
Right, so you're not just bleeding money waiting for something to happen.
Exactly. You're already in the black. But here's where it gets interesting. You start to notice that the neighborhood's attracting young professionals, there's a buzz about it, new businesses popping up, property values rising.
Okay, I think I see where this is going. So you're saying those rent checks are more than just paying the bills. They're like funding your future payday.
Now you're getting it. Let's say a few years down the line, that sleepy neighborhood is the spot to be. Suddenly, that multifamily building, prime real estate, you could renovate it into luxury condos, maybe even add another floor, and boom, your property value goes through the roof.
Okay, now that's what I call playing the long game. But timing is key here, right? How do you know when to pull the trigger on that redevelopment?
Linton really stresses this is where market research and a good amount of patience come in. Remember, we talked about zoning changes.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on those is huge.
Yeah.
Maybe the city rezones your area to allow for more dense housing, or there's a big push for mixed-use development.
So you're not just reacting to the market, you're anticipating its next move. This is where Linton's book really gets into it, huh?
Absolutely. He breaks the covered land play down into 3 core components. Gotta understand these. First up, current use income.
Okay.
It's all about making sure the property brings in enough cash flow right now to cover those holding costs, your mortgage payments, your property taxes, insurance, essential maintenance, that kind of thing.
All right, so before you even think about any fancy redevelopments, you got to make sure the numbers work in the here and now.
Exactly. No point in a brilliant vision for the future if you're drowning in expenses today, right?
Right.
Now, the second piece is future development potential. And this is where you put on your detective hat and really analyze the market.
Ooh, time to get my Sherlock on.
Mhm.
What kind of clues are we talking about here?
Think about things like population growth, businesses moving into the area, infrastructure projects, anything that tells you the area's on the way up.
So it's not just finding a diamond in the rough, it's finding a diamond that's about to be surrounded by a whole lot more sparkle. Okay, what's the third component, the one that ties it all together? This is where it gets really interesting, right? You're not just waiting around for appreciation to magically happen, you're actively making it happen.
Exactly. And that's value appreciation, the third pillar. This is where your patience and planning pay off big time. Remember, you picked this property not just for the income it brings in now, but for what it could become down the line, something way more valuable.
So if current use income is about keeping the lights on today, future development potential is spotting that perfect opportunity, then value appreciation is all about the big payoff, right? When you cash in on your vision.
You got it. But here's the thing. Linton says value appreciation isn't just riding some market wave. It's about you, the investor, actively adding value to the property itself.
So no sitting back and hoping for the best.
Not a chance. Think about that multifamily building. Maybe as tenants move out, you upgrade the units one by one. New appliances, fresh paint, maybe even some of those smart home gadgets everyone's talking about. These small things add up, make it more desirable. You can charge higher rents.
So you're not just covering costs anymore, you're actually boosting that current use income. At the same time, you're increasing what the whole property is worth. Sneaky.
It's a win-win. Then, when it's time for that redevelopment, you've already got a premium product lined up. Maybe those upgraded units, they become high-end condos. Or that location you knew was going to be hot. Now developers are fighting over it. That's how you turn a good investment into a potential home run.
Okay, starting to get why Linton loves this strategy. But let's be real, this all sounds amazing, but there's got to be some risks too, right? There's no such thing as a sure thing.
Of course, of course. Lennon's clear about that in the book. Biggest challenge, predicting the future. Markets change, neighborhoods change, even those zoning changes you were counting on, sometimes they just don't happen.
So for someone listening thinking, hey, this covered land play, this can be my ticket, what's the big takeaway, the thing they should really keep in mind?
Linton's advice is solid. Do your homework, be patient, and don't be afraid to roll up your sleeves and get involved.
Words to live by for any investor. We covered a lot of ground today, the core principles of the covered land play, real-life examples, even those crucial components Linton lays out in his book.
And hopefully got your own wheels turning too. Whether you're pro or just starting out in real estate, the covered land play is a totally different way to approach things. Immediate income, angy long-term growth, what's not to love?
Absolutely. It's about ditching that old buy low, sell high, and getting creative, making your money work harder. So tell me, what seems like an ordinary property in your neighborhood? Could it have hidden potential? A covered land play just waiting to be uncovered. That's it for today's deep dive into the covered land play. Big thanks to Michael Linton for the insights. If you want to go deeper, definitely check out his book, Unveiling the Secrets of the Covered Land Play Strategy in Real Estate Investing. Share your thoughts, your questions, maybe even your own covered land play discoveries with us on social media. Use the hashtag #CoveredLandPlay. Until next time, happy investing.